In this video, we are going to learn about protein. We're going to learn why it's important, what it does, and how much to eat, the magical number. So, I've noticed training people over the years, people will come up to me and they'll be like, hey, I'll be like, what do you want to do? They'll be like, I just want to get toned up for the summer. I don't want to get too big, but I just want to tone up and I just want to have more definition. So, protein is essential for this because all muscle definition is when you lower your body fat while building muscle. So as you're losing weight and lowering your body fat, your muscle starts to pop through. So without any muscle, there's not going to be any definition within your body. That's why a lot of people look skinny fat. What's skinny fat? Skinny fat is just low muscle mass. It's when they look like they're in the right shape. They do, but they have low muscle mass. So they're small and they don't have any definition, which makes the body look weird because they don't have any muscle creating that definition, meaning tonus. So how does protein come into play with this? I'm glad you asked. Now, protein, what it does is it has you build muscle. When you work out and then you experience time under tension and you strength train, and then what happens is your muscle tissue starts to break down. It starts to break down as you work out. And then when you consume protein builds that muscle. And then when we give our body the optimum amount of protein, it makes the muscle bigger. It adds more to that muscle. So as you're working out hard and you're strength training and then you're losing weight, what tends to happen is when you're consuming protein along the way and you're rebuilding that muscle, over time, as you strip all of that weight off, now your muscles are going to pop through, and that's what tone means. It gives you that sexy look that we all are asking for when we say, hey, we just want to be toned. Now, protein is also essential for a diet. Keeping it high is because protein it makes us feel full longer. So as we consume a lot of protein, we can go longer until our next meal because protein is more satiating. In other words, if I was to drink 500 calories, I will be hungry about maybe like an hour later because it's not going to give me that fullness and sit in my stomach and I digest it faster. But if I eat 500 calories of protein is going to allow me to feel full longer. So what's going to happen is about 3 hours later, I'm going to get hungry. And overall, over the course of the whole day, now I'm going to eat less because I'm going to be less hungrier. So protein allows us to feel full longer. That's why I always suggest a high protein diet. Meaning majority of, not majority, but as much as possible amount of protein to come from out of the calories that we have when we're in a calorie deficit so we can stay full for longer. Now, how many grams of protein do we actually eat? So to keep us alive, we need about 1.4 gram per pound of body weight. So your pound of body weight, which let's say right now I'm 188. So I would have 0.4 grams for every pound that I have. And it's for you too. So that's just to keep us just basic alive, right? 0.4 grams per body weight. That's what keeps us alive. Now, we want to have more protein in that because we want to add more muscle on our body. So the more protein that we have, that we need, once combined with strength training, as we work out in the gym, now we're building muscle. We're adding to the muscle because we're giving our bodies more protein to work with to add to the muscle. That doesn't mean consume 600 grams of protein. That's not what it means, because it's a limit. Our bodies have a limit to the amount of protein that we have, to where it doesn't make sense and our body just wastes it. And now all of that extra protein, it doesn't matter, which I'll explain in further videos. But to keep it simple, just understand that we want to give our body more protein than 0.4. So what's the number? The number that I say, me personally, that I did that works best for me is 1 gram per pound of your body weight. So your body weight and then 1 gram per pound of that is perfect for your protein intake. That's it. I'm going to keep it just as simple as that. So to go over this video, right? Protein is essential for changing your body composition. It's essential for that. It's one of the driving factors that changes your body composition by adding muscle mass in your body, giving you that tone look that adds definition to your body as you lose weight, that it pops and sees through. And then also, one of the most important things is protein makes you feel more full. So now when you consume a high protein diet and you consume protein, you'll be less hungrier, and you're going to be able to get to the calorie count that you need to lose weight, because you're going to be in a calorie deficit, meaning that you're going to give your body less calories than it actually needs, which is going to make you more hungrier. But you consume a high protein diet, so you will be less hungrier throughout the whole entire diet. I hope that wasn't confusing. And then how much protein that we eat? We eat 1 gram per we eat 1 gram per our body weight. 1 gram per our body weight. So how much you weigh? 1 gram per that. So now, if you like this video and you're still watching, you can watch this video that I'm gonna pop up on the screen somewhere, and I talk about how it's 3 amateur fat loss mistakes that people make. Go watch that so you can up your knowledge more on your weight loss journey. And also, I'm gonna drop an email in the description. I do personalized coaching, so you can write me and we can get started, and we can get started on your weight loss goals. And I've helped you. I'm babbling now. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.